Welcome back, race fans. We're getting ready to go green out here with the BRRA Racing Association. We're at the Rock in the next gens. Here we go. Oh my fucking god, I'm still in the wall already.
And that was hard into the wall. Alex Pinn's going to be able to get around it as he started on your pole tonight. But I'm trying to get a read on who wasn't so lucky. It looked like it was the 97 maybe.
It's Baldiston, the 57,
77,
Tanner Griffin I think was
57.
involved, and Ty Mosley.
It starts fast out here at the Rock. Luke, if you could send me over the driver information so I can have a better read on some of these guys.
Got it. In the meantime, though, what are we in for out here tonight, Kevin? While we're pacing around out here.
Yeah, pacing around out here at the Rock, we know it's not a symmetrical track, which raises a lot of questions. You know, 1 and 2 is a lot different than 3 and 4, and these drivers are going to have to get accustomed to doing different lines on different sides. And it's hard to find a rhythm out here from what I've seen. I wouldn't really compare it to any track we've seen on the circuit yet. It's almost got like a Phoenix feel where you gotta figure out your line and your groove on multiple different corners. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these guys can not only keep it straight while doing that, but also keep their tires fairly managed out here with 160 laps.
Yeah, definitely a lot of odd turns out here, Kevin. I'm just looking out there. I mean, just looking at some of these different camera angles out here. I don't think I see a single turn out there that looks the damn same. So
yeah, it's a little bit draft oriented, but mostly it's line holding and whoever's got the best groove, whoever's got the fastest car, they're gonna more than likely come home with it here tonight. Pacing around for the first time though. We weren't able to get the grid rattled off, but Alex Penn was on your pole, Travis Farmer on the outside. Second row was Noah Baldiston and Brandon Devine, but as Baldiston has dropped a couple spots since. And then you got De Silva, Griffin, and Mosley to round out the field.
oh, and the 24 just got turned while we're pacing.
Oh no.
That would be Brandon
Devine in his first incident out here, and it's a messy one to start, Luke.
Yeah, that it is. Let's go back and take a look at that.
Oh, yeah, it was 77 to Ty Mosley. Maybe getting up under him. Definitely didn't look too accidental. You never know out here, but definitely an avoidable incident. He's getting back up into position. Luckily, he didn't hit any wall too hard, and we're
Can't lie, I
doesn't
forgot
have
we
too
were in the
much
replay.
damage. Yeah, and you know what happens fast out here at a shorter track like Rockingham. But we're back under caution. I don't see Ty Mosley, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm reading Ty Mosley.
I'd imagine Noah's Baldiston maybe again. He's way off pace.
Tanner Griffin a little slow. Oh. Is this the initial start?
No, just gets loose there on the restart. Mosley tries to avoid and goes hard up into the outside wall. So 2 cautions deep, 6 laps deep, Luke. We're still looking for that first lap of green flag racing.
Yeah, you know, we've been talking about this being a difficult track, and it seems to be holding true out here.
Pace car is going to stay around one more time.
And they're still bumping around under caution again.
Yeah, just maybe some drunk driving going on or something.
Could be. I know we're getting closer to that 4th of July weekend. Got anything fun going on for the 4th this year, Kevin?
Oh, just some firecracker wars, shooting off some fireworks.
Oh, yeah. Hope
What
it'll be
about
as
you?
fun as last time. This time I'm just trying to keep it all in my lap. We'll put it that way. If you know, you know.
Yep. Unfortunately. The lights are off on the pace car, though. That means it's its last time around. Before we go grade for the third time of the evening. Three wide under pacing.
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
Pace car's coming in very shortly. Hopefully they can sort it out. Oh, and there goes Divine once again. Turned around for the third time of the evening as Brandon Divine. A rough start to his night. Pace car's in. Can Divine get turned back around and get caught up to the field in time?
Doesn't look
Doesn't
like
seem
it.
so, as he is stuck. And we are under caution again.
Well, Brandon Devine's back and moving again. That'll be our third
Racing
caution of the
around.
afternoon.
Under caution 3 on lap 10. Luke, it's been a rough one so far. We're still looking for that first green flag lap.
Lights off the pace car. We're going green this time by.
Yeah, and everyone's caught back up. Hopefully Brandon Devine can keep it straight out here. Stop and go for him. He's going to file back in behind Mosley. Pace car's in. Going green, green, green. Here we go. A good jump for the 3 car of Alex Penn. And from what we can see, look, this is the cleanest restart thus far.
Everyone's piling in.
And there
There
it
it
is.
is.
First green flag lap of the race.
On the start of lap 12. Definitely a rocky start to the Rock, but
I see what you did there, Luke.
oh yeah.
Not a huge fan of it. It was retarded.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Good launch show for Alex Penn, and he's off to the races now. He's got about a half a second on David De Silva, who's riding happy in second right now.
Mosley getting up into the wall a little bit there. Alex Penn's still leading this thing away. Travis Farmer looking for the pass on Noah Osbaldiston.
Yeah, and Brandon Devine, the only car a lap down now. Everyone else within 10 seconds of each other, but it's definitely starting to spread out a little bit, Luke.
Yeah, Alex Penn's kind of starting to run this thing away with right now. I don't know what I was trying to say there, I'll be honest. Starting to run away with this thing. That's what I was trying to say, I think.
Yeah. And Alex Penn has gotten a lot of room on these guys, Luke. It seems to be, he's kind of running away with this thing. Novus Baldiston's made the pass on David De Silva, but I mean, both of them are almost 4 seconds back already. We're on lap 28 of 160 here. Nothing really has changed. Brandon Devine's still working a lap down. Look, do we have a track map?
Uh,
Let's see how spread out this thing is. Yeah, very spread out. As you can see, going into 3 and 4 right now, or going into 1 and 2, that's Alex Penn. Then, I mean,
Gonna get a sense of where they're
it's,
at out there right now. Leaders going through
yeah,
3 and 4.
they couldn't really divide them up anymore if they tried.
No, you really couldn't.
A little bit of a little bit of a fight going on, maybe, but by number 9,
yeah, it's near Travis Farmer.
yeah, they're battling a little bit. That's going to be your closest fight by a landslide on this field.
Yeah, Farmer and De Silva.
Look, I don't know what the fuel window's looking like, but I do kind of wonder, you know,
75%. We got 6 sets of tires and 4 turns
oh,
and 3
I do
fast
kind of
cars.
wonder, if we do see a somewhat long green run, if the guys that are saving their tires a little bit more are going to be able to make up some of this time that Alex Penn's created.
Yeah, maybe. I think we might see De Silva starting to feel the tire wear a little bit there. He is looking around a little bit there, but he's got a lot of speed.
Oh,
Oh,
got a lot of wall.
there's just no way that's accurate, right?
What?
Speed on the bottom right.
Why wouldn't that be accurate?
Just want to watch Farmer here for a lap. 30 on the exit, maybe. Okay, it was bugging out for me for a second. It was showing De Silva was doing like 160 in the turns, and I was like, "There's just not a chance in high hell he's doing that."
It's very short track-esque as far as, getting into these turns, not sliding your tires, not locking them up. I know if I had to compare it to a track as far as how it feels to race, I'd maybe say Phoenix. But
Yeah, I can get behind that.
maybe old Phoenix a little bit more with when I had the grass. I don't know. It's definitely a lot of needing to know what you're doing out here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Alex Penn, though, he's been the man to beat. He's now taking his lead up by over 5.5 seconds now.
Yeah, he's out here putting up great lap times. You gotta hope that he's preserving his tires well enough. And honestly, if you're Alex Penn, you're probably just sitting here thinking, by some miracle, some way, some chance, could we stay green this whole race? And, you know, if they were to, I don't see anybody else winning.
Yes, I mean, at this rate, definitely got the gap opened right now. No one's catching him at this minute.
We're about a quarter into this thing. Reading Penn as Baldiston, Farmer, De Silva, and Mosley as your top five. De Silva coming in for his first pit. First green pit, I should say. Starting to feel those tires, I'd imagine. What are some of the latest lap times looking like, Luke?
Got the last lap times out here. It's like Penn's putting up the best right now at a 24.6.
Best total.
Best lap time out there.
So Penn's about half a second off of his best lap time. Definitely feeling the tires, but not losing too much time out of it.
One thing I'd like to point out, Kevin, only 4 drivers on your lead lap right now.
Yeah, it's about to be 3. We saw the lap start about 26 seconds, and Mosley's about 24 off. We could go look at, maybe now would be a good time for an onboard of Penn, as he's trying to make his way around both a lap car and... Well, there goes Mosley. The car that wasn't a lap car yet is now. Here comes another lap car of what I think is Brandon Devine. Oh, Mosley fighting back on the fresh tires, sending it up into the wall. Definitely an interesting move. Especially when you're lap traffic, but who am I to judge?
Yeah, I guess so. Alex Penn gonna make his way around him, though.
Yeah, safely getting around. I like this camera.
And back down to hunting Tanner Griffin.
Tanner Griffin, there it is. Travis Farmer also falling down quite a bit, 18 seconds back. He could be at trouble of going down a lap if we were to stay green for a handful more laps.
He's knocking at the door now. Looking for the pass.
There goes Travis Farmer down another lap briefly. And Penn's going to clear.
Field's still very spread out.
Yeah, Travis Farmer's slowly getting picked off time-wise as the next guy to go down a lap.
Quite the green flag duration, though, Kevin.
Yeah, they definitely sorted this one out as far as, cleanliness goes based off what we saw at the very beginning of this one. And the caution flies. With 3 cars on the lead lap, Travis Farmer catching a break. What are you reading, Luke?
Reading Tanner Griffin at the moment. We'll go back and take a look. Other than that, though, he's the only one I'm reading. So, time of caution here.
Well, we'll just cycle through all 7 at time of caution and see what we got.
Well, beats me to hell.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that this isn't the first time we've kind of wondered it. Is this a competitive caution? And if so, why is it in the middle of a pit stop on somebody? But also beats me to hell, Luke.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna come in and get some fresh tires, get their car back in tip-top shape. We're almost under 100 to go. We're gonna be right about there when we go green. Griffin Motorsports saying competitive caution, I got you.
Ah. green out here once again, Kevin.
I got a little distracted there.
I think so,
Pace
and
car is
Alex
right.
Penn a little squirrely out of the exit there.
Yeah, and that's gonna open the door to Alice Baldiston, and Penn's gonna get up the track a little bit there, and definitely seems off pace. De Silva's gonna sneak through as well. And Baldiston's gonna be your race leader now. Interesting change of events here after the caution. Penn making it back around De Silva. And the caution flies. Not sure what that one's for. Gonna have to go and look, figure it out, Luke.
Oh boy.
It's gonna
We
be
got
Brandon
something.
Devine once again. Ty Mosley once again. The two of them battling it out around turn 3 and 4. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Well, I mean, looks to me, Mosley comes up, gets Devine up into the wall, doesn't give him any room. Devine, not very happy. Comes back down the track, gives him the same treatment tenfold. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing about the same thing, Kevin.
Definitely gonna be a hurtful incident for both of them because gotta imagine, we saw some guys go into the wall hard early in this race, and they don't have infinite fast repairs out here, so we'll see how that plays out for both of them.
Pacing around out here once again. It's going to be Noah's Baldiston going to be taking the charge of the lead out here. Alex Penn going to be on his outside. He's most certainly led the most laps out here this afternoon. And I don't know if my timer's off or something, but I'm getting another caution. Oh yeah, I am. And there was another one out there. Sorry, my tower must be messed up here. It's right off the restart. Oh. Quite sure what happened on that one, I'll be honest with you. A little too much throttle, maybe. Either way, it's going to leave the guys pacing again.
Well, I see we're under caution again.
That we are. A little bit
What
of a
happened?
fishtail off the restart.
Let me guess.
Too much gas.
Let me. Oh, I see. I thought you meant an intentional wreck.
No, 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 no.
Well, who was it?
Travis Farmer.
Travis Farmer. Unfortunate, the 9 car. Seems he kept position pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Still running top 4.
Yeah, not in a bad position. Didn't seem like he took too much damage off it either.
That's good.
Pace car's going in. On green once again. Almost getting a little squirrely off the start as well.
Alex Penn found his way back to the lead. Got shuffled back a couple spots on a restart a couple laps ago, or a couple cautions ago. But he's found his way back to the front, and Brandon Devine is following him, who hasn't had the best luck tonight, Luke.
No, not really. But he fought his way up there near the front. Now running in second place, not a bad spot to be.
Absolutely not. Gearing up to be at that halfway point. Gotta see, if he has the pace in him to be a podium contender out here.
I think I just heard a motor blow up, Kevin.
Oh, I saw some smoke somewhere along the track.
Oddly enough, Tanner Griffin's the only one not driving.
Interesting. Well, regardless, right after my little spiel about Brandon Devine maybe having podium pace, he's been passed by his Baldiston and Travis Farmer, and he's now sitting in fourth. Alex Pinn still leading this one around. He's opened that lead up to 2.5 seconds over Noah Esbaldison. Travis Farmer follows, then Brandon Devine, then Ty Mosley. It's going to be your top five right now as we are officially at that halfway point. Lap 86, Alex Penn. Not too much excitement out here. It seems he's kind of ran away with this one. Once again, Noah's Baldiston closest, and he's over 3 seconds back on him. Just seems like these guys are getting spread out fast and not wanting anything to do with one another.
Seems to be the reoccurring theme out here, though. Alex Penn's been the man to beat. Definitely led the most laps out here, and still leading on lap 90.
Yeah, I mean, these guys' tires have to be wearing down a little bit. They've been on a decent green run at this point, going on about 20, 30 laps. So I'd imagine their tires are starting to feel a little bit. They're still gonna have to come in to pit one or two times out here, but there's still being almost 70 laps to go. So it's definitely interesting the dynamic that this race is taking, even though Alex Pin has been dominating it. .65 to go out here. Ty Mosley on the door of going down a lap now. You can see him in Alex Penn's sights, and that's going to put only 4 cars on the lead lap out here, as Baldiston, Farmer, and Devine sit behind Alex Penn. Creeping up on that lap 100, Luke. I gotta ask, do you think anybody can beat Alex Penn out here?
Not unless we see a few more competitive cautions or something like that. I mean, he's ran away with it for the most part out here, and it seems he's growing up back to that 5-second lead that we saw just a little while ago.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, it seems like the only competitor for him seems to be Noah Baldiston, and even he can't really match the pace. That gap's about 5 seconds, Luke, and we saw Mosley get on a lap, so there's 3 remaining. Brandon Devine, about 17 and a half back. He's going to be the next one on Alex Pinn's list. And, I mean, if we don't see another competitive caution, Luke, I could see this one getting away from these guys.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Kevin.
Lap 107. Oh, 160, 108 now for Alex Penn. It's going to be a second before it's 108 for the rest of the guys, though, as he has just ran away with this one, Luke. And, I mean, let's take a look at our track map here real quick and just see how spread out this field is. I mean, you're not seeing much. I mean, it seems like we're kind of just being lazy with it, but we're showing you what we're seeing, and it's a lot of single file racing. It kind of looks like a practice session out here, in my opinion. But I think if you're Alex Penn, you want it to stay like this, and if you're anybody else in the field, you want it to get tightened back up.
Yeah, I think everybody else out there is just praying one or two get involved into something and get something going to initiate a caution, but with as much of the field spread out as we just saw, I don't imagine we're going to see anything anytime soon. Really going to give Alex Penn the opportunity to walk away from this thing.
.46 to go out here. Osbaldiston, I mean, he's kept up the pace decent compared to the other guys. Divine's about to fall. It's about to be a 2. Yeah, here he goes. Ooh, doesn't get his nose in there quite yet, but yeah, there it is. Divine is now officially a lap down. The next to go is Baldiston, and he's not really close to falling a lap down yet. I mean, he's maintained it within 5.5 seconds. So, gonna be interesting to see if he can, knock off some of that time, or if the gap will just keep increasing. But Right now, he's not in a terrible spot. And pitting now is Alex Penn, so that's going to give the lead to Noah Baldiston. So he's coming down, and he should be happy with what his tires did because he has himself a nice lead. Brandon Devine now back on the lead lap now that Alex Penn's came in. But it's going to be interesting to see just how long Noah Baldiston can hang on before he has to come in for a pit. Here comes Brandon Devine in the 24 car down pit lane, and that's going to leave one out. 57 car.
Just looking at his battle box, looks like he last pit on lap 56, so he has got to be feeling it.
What the fuck?
What?
Nothing. Noah Baldiston, Luke, I mean, he's really hanging on to it as best as he can. We know he still needs to pit. We know it's only a matter of time, but man, he's really trying out here as Alex Penn. I mean, is Alex Penn close to just naturally getting back on the lead lap? Can we look at the map here? I mean, he's about a stretch away from just naturally being back on the lead lap, so I think it's going to take as Baldiston pitting for him to be able to get his lap back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, the caution flies. I won't lie. I don't know how long it's been out
I think it just came out.
or why it came out, but that's your job to figure out.
Well, as I said earlier, I don't know if you heard me, but my tower's been off.
Has it, or is it just another comp caution?
Well, at least my tower's been off like pace for like when cautions come out and stuff. I don't know why I don't see it at the right time. So it's all about just looking at the flag indicator. But looking at the time of caution out here, I imagine that was another competitive caution.
I got you.
Just from what I'm looking at out here, at the time of caution, I'm not seeing anybody involved in anything, and I'm not reading any crashes in the tower. So my guess would be a competitive caution, as Baldiston's going to make its way into the pits.
Well, assuming it's another comp caution out here, Luke, that's going to leave us with about 20, 28 laps to go, 27 laps to go out here. When we go green, with Noah's Baldiston now leading this thing, going to be trying to hold off Penn as best as he can. I mean, we know the 3 car has been a force, or the 30 car has been a force all evening. Just seems unstoppable. But I mean, if there was ever a time to do it, Noah's Baldiston knows that that time is now.
And the laps have started to dwindle down here, and the group's getting all bunched back up here. It's going to be interesting to see what they all do off the restart here. Like the guys maybe being allowed to make up their laps here. Reason you humming there, Kevin? Said, what you humming?
Just song I'm listening to.
That's for green out here once again. That was Baldiston with the jump.
Yeah, it's Baldiston with a good jump, but Alex Penn's already done. The rest of the field's already about a second back, led by De Silva. And I think the battle's going to be up here for the lead.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. The space is already being made behind them. "26 laps to go out here."
At 25 to go, here goes Alex Penn up high, looking for the pass there. Noah's Baldiston's gonna stay low. And Penn's taking it through the turns. He drops low. A little cross, a little bump. And they're side by side now. Baldiston got a little loose there on the inside, but they're side by side racing. Mano y mano. Alex Penn to the lead briefly across the start finish. If that was the last lap, that would have been a photo finish. Around the top goes Alex Penn. He comes down as Baldiston goes up, pinches him a little bit. Oh, they're rubbing racing, Luke.
Already, and it's still 23 to go.
Yeah, plenty of racing left, but as Baldiston knows, if Alex Penn gets clear, it's going to make it a million times harder for him to find his way back to the lead. So, doing everything he can to hold him off. Alex Penn probably very pleased with the situation he's in right now. Plenty of time. Plenty of laps. It's Ben though. He's staying back there. It seems like his Baldiston's either figured out the groove or the 30 car just doesn't want to press the situation this early with 19 to go still.
Well, Baldiston seems to have the advantage right now, but Alex Penn definitely still in his draft.
Here he goes. Around the top, trying for it again. He knows his Baldiston's closed down that bottom. He's got a lot of speed wrapping it around there. And as Baldiston hits him, and flirted into the wall. His Baldiston just tore up there.
Oh boy. That's going to smash his whole front left bumper. But that's going to, I believe, bring out a caution now, actually. Oh, as his Baldiston is still struggling to keep it straight.
Yeah, and he knew he had to do something. Penn was coming with a lot of speed, a lot of force. He tried it, and unfortunately, hard into that inside barrier.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at it. I mean, just the slightest bit of contact.
Yeah, look, that car is messed up.
Yeah, no doubt. But, oh, even more messed up after that. Didn't really catch that. But as it cycles around, it looks like it's going to be Ty Mosley leading this out here.
Yeah, Ty Mosley leading, but Alex Penn, David DeSilva, Travis Farmer, they're all throwing on that last set of tires they got, and I'd imagine they're gonna have a lot of speed. And after everyone gets on their shiny new set of stickers, aside from Mosley, it's going to be Mosley, DeSilva, Penn, Farmer, and Isbaldiston, your top five. When we go green next time by with 10 to go, Luke, it's getting interesting. And, oh, Lord. Can we go back real quick?
Oh, man.
Off the restart, pace car came in, and the guy on the not so fresh tires gets not so lucky. And by not so lucky, I mean I don't know what the fuck happened. Can we see an overhead, maybe?
Yeah, we'll go take a look at the overhead. Fucking find it.
Go back a little more, please. Alright. So, coming to the restart. Pin gives him a little bump. Little bump. And then I guess he tried to fire it off of that and spawn? Maybe?
I don't know.
Well, Luke, that puts Pin right in the situation he wants it to put him in. He's going to be on the restart with the fresh tires, with only 6 laps to go when we go green. Do you see anybody passing him? Is the question.
Now, the way things have went, I don't.
Well, the lights are off on the pace car for what one can only hope is the last time out here. We've seen some very shaky restarts out here, Luke.
Yeah, that we have.
It's interesting because other than the restarts, it's been a very clean race.
Yeah, I mean, I know I can speak from experience. These next gen cars, they really fucking like to spin out here when you nail it in
Yeah.
first gear. Oh yeah, they do.
Oh, I know. The old pit stops at the super speedways gets me every time.
Oh yeah.
Just, I mean, I've even thought about just firing it out a second, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
With that being said, though, we wish them the best of luck because the pace car is in. Alex Penn ready to roll. He gets a good launch here,
Here we
and we
go.
are green. 6 to go. He goes up high. As Baldiston's already made his way back into third place. He's hunting for that second spot that he believes he deserves. David DeSilva trying to hold on to it, who has gotten the most second places this season.
This
Baldiston
Baldiston
looks
looking to
low
the
though.
inside.
He's clear. Here he comes. He doesn't want to stop there. He wants the win here. Alex Penn staying true to the line he's taken all race. Four to go. Alex Penn opening the gap a little bit. It's now 4/10. Three to go this time by. 5/10 now. Alex Penn trying to hang on to it. As Baldiston trying to be the spoiler maker. He's gaining some time. That was a very good turn for Baldiston. He gained about a 10th across the stretch. But through the turns, I mean, Alex Penn just murdering it. Two laps. Alex Penn just looking to get across one last time, bring up that white flag. That would be so relieving. And the caution flies. Oh
Oh,
no.
how heartbreaking.
Still seem to be racing out here. No, they're slowing down. Well, we gotta read on what the caution's for.
I'm reading Travis Farmer.
Well, let's go back and see what happened to old Travis Farmer. He's looking high on David DeSilva here. As he tries to shoot around the edge. Oh, and
Oh.
DeSilva comes up into him. He had the speed and he had the grip there on the top. That was very impressive, but
Oh yeah.
un unfortunately, it's going to make him collect with David DeSilva, and they're going to wad him back up. Alex Penn could taste that white flag, too. He's probably not so thrilled right now, but got to stay focused because, do we have a green-white checkered, or does the win go to Penn? Well, it seems like Alex Penn is
We got
celebrating
our
out
answer,
here.
I think.
No green-white checkers on the night, so we're going to dive a caution into the finish. And he's going to finish pacing his way across. Alex Penn, your race winner here at the Rock. Look, I realize we're not even in the right call, so I'm going to go over there and
Ah.
get ready for these interviews.
Yeah. What? Oh my fuck. Victory shitties get a little interrupted there. Let me make my way on over there, huh? Always got something to giggle about, huh?
First interview I want to get in here, it's going to have to be David DeSilva, your third place finisher. Hey, David Booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, man, that was an interesting race from start to finish, not only for you but for all the guys out there. It started off very rough. We saw our first green flag lap on lap 11, and it just seems like the pace was always there, but it was never there. You know, you had the podium pace, but you never really had it to get around the 30 car. You want to talk us through how the race felt tonight at the Rock?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was just like you said, it was something. And honestly, by the time you were able to process that something happened, another thing crazy happened during the race, and I just kept my head down the whole race and just kept hoping for those lucky cautions, and luckily for me, right at the end, I managed to capitalize. Unfortunately, I nicked Travis there at the end to pull out that last caution, and that was definitely not the intent. But I did take two tires on that last restart, which definitely didn't help my chances. I feel really bad about it, but it's just how racing goes sometimes.
Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit more about that two tire strategy because I was gonna point out the fact that even when it's not your night, you find a way to get that track position, get that speed to get yourself a podium finish. And was taking the two tires there part of that strategy? Did you think you could hold on to it long enough to get into that top three there with just the two tires?
Yeah, my thought process was at that point, I wanted to just try and get the track position, like you said, and I mean, there was less than 10 laps left by the time we went green, and I knew that four tires wasn't going to be overbearingly different. I mean, my car was pretty loose in some corners, and then all of a sudden, it tightened up really quickly on the last lap. But yeah, I mean, you got to take a gamble every once in a while whether or not it works, and I mean, for the most part, I'd say it was it kind of half worked.
Yeah. Well, able to get a podium finish out of it. Seems like consistency's been your game this season, as you're still looking great on the points. So congratulations on that, and congratulations on getting on the podium here tonight at the Rock. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Uh, Again, all the guys who race here, it's a great series to be running in. I love all the races that we do every week. So, all the guys here in BRRA and my family, of course.
Absolutely, we appreciate it, David, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That was David DeSilva coming off third place at Rockingham here. Next up, I want to get your second place finisher, Noah Osbaldiston, who had a shot there for a while. Hey, Noah, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey man, it looks like Alex pin aside, you had the best pace in the night. When a lot of the other guys were going a lap down, you were only a couple seconds off of them, but you got the track position there with I think it was around 20 to go, and you were just trying to hold them off, and I mean it worked there for a while until it didn't. Do you want to talk us through that little battle you and Alex had?
Yeah, it was a battle. He was kicking my ass the whole race, and then I was in front of him defending for my life, and then because he's quicker, he got round me, and then he fucked off again. Um, but I think I didn't do too bad considering I'd got the track. Tanner had bought me the circuit, so thank you, Tanner. But he bought it to me 25 minutes before the race started, so I had 25 minutes of practice on a track another track I'd never even seen a picture of. Um, So I think pretty much the entire season so far on ovals has been tracks I've never even seen a picture of. So I think just to turn up to such a difficult circuit and be able to be within 4/10 of someone who's done loads and loads of laps and done league races on this track, I'm pretty happy with myself. But yeah, I think next week is Bristol Dirt. Again, I know what Bristol looks like, never driven it. So and then on a dirt version, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I think if I could just keep getting these P2s, P3s, I think the championship will come to me. Because Alex Hills obviously is very, very quick and a lot quicker than me. But he does miss a lot more races. So I think if I could just keep going as I am, I'm going to be in a good place by the end of the year.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm assuming wrong, but coming from a road racing background, what do you think of some of these ovals that you've been getting to race with just few experiences leading up to the race itself?
Boring. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm sat there, 5 seconds to Alex in front, 5 seconds to David behind. We're on lap 90 out of 1,000. Like, we're just doing circles. I'm getting dizzy. Like, nothing is happening. We're just doing laps for the sake of it. I think I think it also kind of comes into play. What I think our racing should have a look at for hosted sessions is maybe mutators, so you can up the slipstream by an entire notch or something. But I think at the minute, with the way the sim works and the dirty air and the new tire model, I think it's just very difficult to adapt to. But considering, I mean, I'm racing Brandon, David, Ty, Travis, Tanner, they've all had multiple races, hundreds of races on ovals. And then just for me to turn up with 25 minutes of practice, which most of the time was spent in the barrier, to come P2, I can't ask for much more.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming out and appreciate you giving us the interview. Congratulations on yet another podium performance. Anyone like to shout
Oh,
out or get you out of here?
yeah, just to shout out to Tanner for getting me the circuit. I mean, he's my primary sponsor for the season, and he's been such a great partner to work with all season. He's been the one getting the tracks for me. We've been working really hard together, and I think give it a few more weeks, and we're definitely going to get Alex.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, Noah, and congratulations.
Thank you guys. See you in a bit.
Yep. That was Noah's Baldiston. Getting it done with a P2 finish out here. Now I want to get in our last interview of the evening, your race winner and dominator, Alex Penn. Hey, Alex, guys in the booth, you got a copy?
I do.
Hey, man, what a great performance out there. I mean, just off the green flag runs we saw, I think at one point you got it down to 2 cars on the lead lap. So just a domination out here. And, I don't want to say it made it boring, but it definitely made our jobs easier out here. You want to talk us through how you were able to put on such a performance?
Yeah, it was. I ran this track once about 4 years ago, so I had at least some experience with it, which helped over Noah. He had just bought the track, so that was definitely an advantage. And then it was just kind of rolling easy, saving the tires. Seemed like there were a couple of squirrels that ran across the track. We had to throw a couple yells for them. Might have been an emu. I'm not completely sure. I didn't see. Um, but we were able to keep it together and get the win.
Absolutely, hanging on to it. After a very intense battle with Noah there, it kind of seemed like the result is what we expected with, he was defending as much as he could, but you just had the speed there. You want to talk us through that battle you had with him?
Yeah, we had a bit of contact a couple of times, nothing like too major. It was fun though. Just going back and forth as it always is with him. And yeah, like I said, we were able to come out on top, and that was pretty solid.
Absolutely. And lastly, I just want to talk. I know it's still pretty early into the season, but you're definitely, making a name for yourself and a possible championship contender out here. You want to talk us through, what you have to do to, keep in that conversation and possibly get the trophy at the end of the season?
Yeah, so we should be locked in now for the championship, and gonna be just. I think I'm gonna look to win Daytona Road for the round of 12. Hopefully, it can pick up Auto Club for the round of 8, and see what we can do for Homestead.
Absolutely. Well, as always, we appreciate you coming by. Congratulations on another great performance and getting the checkered flag out here at the Rock. Anyone like to shout out before we get you out of here?
Yeah, for sure. Tanner for throwing the league together each week. You guys for putting on the broadcast. The guys over at Cornerstone Motorsports for teaching me how to drive these cup cars.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, Alex, and congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. That was Alex Penn dominating out here and getting a win at Rockingham. Luke, what'd you think of the race?
Kevin, I had a blast. I'm a big, I haven't ran too many laps out here at this track myself, but the few laps that I did, it definitely gave me a couple things to bitch about by the end of it.
Yeah, and I won't lie, I've never put up a lap here, but had fun watching Casey Kane for about a quarter of a race at Rockingham. So it's a fun track to watch, and it's definitely a fun track to call. Um, but that's gonna about do it for tonight. I know. Just looking at the schedule next week, like I think it was Alex, no, it was Noah that said it. We're going to Bristol Dirt, and I'm super excited for that one. Our first dirt broadcast to any extent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so, Kevin. I know about as much about that as I do road courses, so it's gonna make it just as interesting as always. But I don't think we got anything else to add out here on this one before we start closing it out.
Schedule's looking pretty free. I know tomorrow night we have the triple header with R&R. We'll be back next Thursday to call that exciting Bristol race. But other than that, I think you can go ahead and close us out.
Yeah, big thanks to the guys.
Outro!
Big thanks to the guys. Tanner for. We're just gonna put it on the ending.